Hey folks, it's Rithgar. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. We're going to put a little bit more straw in for the cows over here. And while that is blasting into there, I'm going to jump over to this tractor. And actually that tractor is all nice and clean. So we'll go and put this away. And I've got a few other bits that we want to put away as well, just into the sheds, clean this place up a bit, make it look a little bit tidier. We could do with dragging another trailer load of food over for the cows. That would be another task done, dusted, and finished. Let me drag that back round there. I will just say that it has been pointed out that this lime that we've missed up here does bother some people. It bothers me as well, and I will do it. I'm not going to do it at the moment because of the long crop, and we have to change the wheels over to go and do all of that, so I'm not going to do that just yet, but I will eventually get round to doing it, I have no doubt. So we will go and clean that up, but for now I'd like to just tidy up the yard a bit and make things look a little bit more presentable around here. We're going to want to start fast-forwarding time pretty soon so that we can get going with our next harvest. We're going to be doing the corn harvest first. That's going to be our top priority so that we can get a plow going in that field up there and plowing everything up once the harvest is all finished, because that field is all going to have to be plowed. Every single little speck of it, every part of that field must be ploughed before we can go on to our next bit. So what I might do is after the harvest, I might go and start the ploughing then. I think that might be a good way of doing this. You can stay there a second. We'll jump over to this one and we'll start another bale unrolling into the cattle. At the moment, we've got 158,000 litres of straw in here and still going. We've got the total mixed ration going into there as well. That's piling up. And, I mean, for our animals in general, like, we got room for 2 more sheep in here. So by the end of the day, we will have our 250 sheep. The pen will finally have reached maximum capacity, and the cows are not far off their maximum capacity either. Another few days we'll add a few more cows in here, and we really will be touching on all of the cows needed in this pen. And there's another bale. How are we looking now? We might fit that last bale in. Get every single little bit of straw in that we've got here. Let's jump back over to this one, and I will go and just set this trailer loading again, and I'm going to come back over and I'm going to pick up one of those machines there. Actually, I think the seed drill, because we've already washed that one off. So we can just back that one into the shed, and then that one's done. We're finished with that. Bring you round over this way, and I will stop you right there like that, and start that one loading. Then I can go over here, and I'm going to put that to 60 times speed on our timescale right there, so that we can start ticking it through a little bit faster. I'm wondering what we should spend some of this money on. Like, we got nearly $250,000 now. There is one thing that we could go and spend some money on. Like, we've got a $500,000 loan here. Why don't I repay some of this? I pressed enter. Oh no, it's backspace. You'll press backspace to get rid of that. Right, well, I'll do that. We'll go down to 300,000 there. So I've just paid off $200,000 of our loan. We've still got $36,000 left over. We're getting money coming in every day. There's another thing that I need to do, and that is go and load up some more of the manure and sell some of that. That's on our to-do list. Let's see, where should I put this drill? I'll put the drill down on this side. I didn't put the baler far enough over, so if I'll put the drill in back this way. In there. If I can drive it in here without damaging it. He says. Ooh, that was close. I very nearly walloped the stanchion there standing up, but I didn't. I missed it. It's alright. All is well with the world. Right, it's 3:15. Let me just skip to... No. Skip to you a minute. I got no straw left in the baler right there. But what I can do is I'm just going to slow that down to 30 times speed. Just to tweak it downwards a little bit. I'm going to bring this tractor over and around here. We'll leave the front weight right there, like that. So let's swap that one over and drop it down like that. And then I can go and get the trailer that we're going to be using for doing the manure. And we'll stick that one on the back of this tractor. We can put the blower thingamahoosit on the front. Actually, I don't think we're going to need to. I think we can just leave the trailer right where it is. And I can bring this tractor in round like this. Put it in on there. Like that. There we go. And it looks like it's in the right position. So I can start that one up. Bring it straight in, and it's loading there. It's already blowing the manure into the trailer, right where we're going to want it. Right, I'm going to turn that way, and then I'm going to bring it in over here like this. Right there. We'll come down this side like this and see if that actually does anything. It's very difficult to get it to load properly. It's always very difficult to get this mill thing to kind of load, but anything that scoops from the ground is difficult too. It doesn't like run down the slope towards you very easily. It always makes it a little bit tricky to get everything going into the machine in the correct fashion, how I'd like it to. Well, it's not the end of the world, but it still doesn't do it exactly. Not sure how many loads I'm going to get into here. If I go in here and we have a look at the prices, right now we're looking at manure over here, $39 per 1,000 litres. Slurry's gone up to 54, so slurry's not doing so bad. This has definitely gone down a bit in price, so I don't think I'll actually sell it at the moment. I'll wait until it goes back up to like 50 odd, because it was selling at 50 odd. That's a much better price than the 39, so we'll just wait. We'll wait until the morning, and then we'll do it from then. Because I can load this trailer up. I got nothing else that I need to sell with this trailer. The merchant is not coming to get anything else, so we're just loading the trailer up ready for him, and then we can just leave it and wait. There's nothing else that we need to worry about. Is it full? That one, no, he's not quite full yet. He's close to full. There we go. That's full now. Right. Okay, so I can stop that one right there, and I can unhitch that one. Won't worry about doing anything with that trailer. That trailer can stay there, and I'm going to leave the tractor here, actually, in case we do want it first thing in the morning. We may not. I'm not really sure yet. And you over here... I've got two more machines that I want to put away. We've got the cultivator there, and we've got the mower. I'm not going to be using that mower for quite some time. The cultivator we will be using. We're going to, once we've done the ploughing of the field up here, after we've done our combining, we're going to be needing that cultivator to go in, this cultivator, not that. Well, that one, yeah, well, however you want to look at it. We're going to be using the cultivator up in that field. Right, we're going to need to cultivate the entire field after we've ploughed, just because that is the correct way of doing things. And we can bring you in around here. And yes, I know that you can go and you can seed directly after ploughing. And you could even with that one, because it does break the soil down a bit. But if it's a heavy clay soil, I make the assumption that we're working on a fairly heavy soil. And therefore, just the bit of light cultivating that direct drill does before the coulters reach the... well, before the machine reaches the coulters, sort of thing, is not really going to be enough. And yes, you can roll afterwards, which does help to break things up, but if you've got really heavy soil, it's still not enough. You do need to do more than that before you go doing the planting, otherwise it still doesn't come through very well. Although I'm basing my experience on European-style intensive agriculture rather than a US-style extensive agriculture. It's our yields per hectare per acre in Europe are considerably different to most of Canada and the US. Like the very, very different yields, very, very different story to tell with how farming is done and the different styles. So it probably would be perfectly fine for a more extensive version of agriculture in the US, even in heavy soils. So I'm not saying that it is absolutely the only way to do it. I'm just saying this is how I do it based on my personal experience with farming and what I have actually done in the past, and based on the sort of the soil quality and types that I was involved in when I was doing arable farming. Right, let's tip in one more load into there. Our cows and sheep and so on now, and 249 sheep. In 1 hour we will have the pen at maximum capacity. The pigs have currently got 133 animals in there, and the cows have 187 cows now. Total mixed ration is slowly filling up. The straw is almost completely full. Cleanliness is taking a little bit of a hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this trailer back round, and we're going to start it filling up again, and then we're going to just jump forward a bit faster, and we're going to skip the night so that we are then ready to... Well, actually, we'll be selling the milk and stuff first thing in the morning, and we'll have to just tidy up the animals. We've got enough food in for them for several days. The food that you put in for the animals, it lasts for 10 days. So we don't need to worry about the food once the animal pens are full. So I'm just going to fast forward time like that. And that's going to take us through until 8 o'clock, and then we'll have our 11-hour break, and then the first thing we do is we sell the milk from the cows. See how much we get from them. Let me just wait until it gets to 8 o'clock a minute. Right, there is 8 o'clock, and if we take a quick look, we now have 250 sheep in the sheep pen right there, completely full, and the cattle over here, we've got 187, and we've got a few more turning up in the morning. But what I'm thinking is, I know it's 8 o'clock, so it's just about time for bed, but what I'm thinking is that we actually make some money out of these sheep. For the first time, we can now sell some of the fat lambs. And I think we'll go and do that immediately. We'll go over here. We won't wait until the morning. We will sell some of our stock right now. And I'm thinking 10% off the top. If we take out 25 sheep, take it down to 225, and then allow them to build back up again. And we're not removing too many of them. And right at the end, if we need to, we can always go and buy a few extra just to sort of finish it off. So if I do that, that's $25,000 coming in, less the transportation fee for them being collected, which gives us $22,500 in collected sheep, which is absolutely fantastic. So we've got those right there. We've now got 225. I don't know when we're getting our next animal at the moment, but we won't worry about that. The chickens, I'm not going to do anything with the chickens. I'm not going to sell those, because it's just not worth the hassle. And we go for 11 hours of sleep like that. There we go. There should be 2 more cows. There's going to be a few sheep that we will have gained. Our loan interest is now 4,200 a night. We're up to 227 sheep and counting again. So we'll do that each time they get to 250. The cattle, we're on 189. We've got 11 to go. And we're gaining 4 animals, just about 4 animals per day. It's not quite up to 4 per day, but it's not far off with the cattle. We've got a great demand here for slurry, actually, and manure is still climbing. But slurry, we have a great demand, so I will sell what slurry we've got. Silage is on the up. There's nothing else that I want to sell. Wool is way down at the moment. Eggs are at 2.7. Eggs are not doing so bad, so maybe we could sell some eggs as well this morning. What do we got? We've got 235, 2,000, 2,500, 7,000, full pallet, 4,000. That would be There's one full pallet there, there's two full pallets there, and about 2.5 to 3 pallets that we've got in here. That's not too bad. That's not a bad quantity of money. The first thing we need to do is we need to do the milk. So the time stays on 1 time speed until we've sold the milk. That's got to be what we do first. And then if we're going to sell eggs or anything like that first thing in the morning, we can keep the time scale still as it is. We've got nothing that we can do in the fields anyway, so like the time scale doesn't really matter all that much. Not at the moment. It's sort of, that's more a thing like when we're doing spraying, fertilizer jobs, things like that. I'm not going to be quite so concerned about the time scale in the next series, I don't think. I don't think it's quite as much of an issue as I thought. You know, I thought to start with it'd be quite like an important thing to worry about. But I'm really thinking it's not that much of a thing. Like, we don't need to be all that concerned about it. Now, we'll bring you in here. We've got 27,000 litres of milk here for the cows. So we're still not quite a full tanker load, but we're getting pretty close. I don't know what the price of milk is today. We're on 957, so it's down a little bit this morning. We have had better. But that 59 over there with the slurry, I like that. That's pretty good. 144 pigs we're on to. We've got to do all the cleaning and everything. Slurry, I've got almost a full tanker there with those, and I've got 2 full tankers with the cows. So we will sell all of the slurry that we can handle with our tanker. So I'll bring you on round this way, and then as soon as you have sold, we will run this one up, we will unhitch this one, we'll get the other tanker in. We don't get lots of money from the slurry up there. We don't get lots of money at all, but we do get some. So we're going to sell this milk here, swap the tankers over, and then start loading up that slurry. And as soon as that started loading, I'll then put on a tractor and trailer, and we can get the eggs loaded up from chickens, and we'll get that sold as well. So at the moment, I'm on $70,000. My total loan at the moment, we took that one down. We paid off $200,000. We've still got $300,000 outstanding. Now, originally, right at the beginning, I did say that one of our aims would be to try and pay off the whole loan. And I'll be honest, now that we've got this money coming in, and the money is not the issue for us, we could go and buy all the pigs right now. That's not the problem for us. Our problem now is that we have the money to go and buy all the pigs that we could possibly want, but what we don't have is the grain to feed them all yet. So it's going to take time to be able to get to that. And so that time can be used to generate more income, which in turn we can use to pay off our loan at long last. I know that the loan issue has bugged quite a lot of you for quite some time, so we're able to pay that off now. We can start repaying all of that money, and we're not going to have this really expensive loan that's going to be weighing us down. And I think that's going to be a very cool thing. So I did have a question that I'd like you to answer this week. I know that quite a lot of you have said, can I not spend quite so much time, I was talking a lot about the next series previously, and quite a few of you did say, we're on this series, can we stop talking about the next one? Okay, fair enough. The next one I'm planning on doing, he says, fair enough, as he starts talking about the next series. I'm talking about this for a good reason. The next one we're going to be doing, we're going to be contracting. It's all about contracting. My question is, do you want me to start with a big loan? Like, we're going to have absolutely nothing to our name except for one vehicle and somewhere to sleep. And that's going to be it. We're not going to have anything else to our name to start off with. But my question is, do you want me to have a really big loan like I started this series with? Or do you not want me to have any loans outstanding either? And do you want me to have access to loans during the course of the next hardcore series? I'm going to say that we can't lease anything because I like that rule. I like the rule of not leasing anything. It sort of feels more realistic, to be honest. We're an unknown quantity when it comes to the bank, so you know, not being allowed to lease anything does sort of seem like it would be a good thing. But I'm going to stick to that one. But the big question is about the money. Do you want me to have a big loan that is, you know, where we're paying a lot of money for? Because if you're really hard up, you're not going to get a loan at a reasonable rate. If you can go to the bank and prove to them categorically that you don't need the money, they will give you as much money as you like at a really good interest rate. If you go to the bank and you show them, you demonstrate that you actually need the money, and, you know, if it was at a good interest rate, you'd be able to pay it, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for that money, and they're going to get you... They're going to really screw you over with the interest rate. We all know that's how banks work. If you can afford not to have the money, they'll give it to you. If you need the money, if you demonstrate in any way whatsoever that you might possibly need that money, then they're going to charge you a lot of interest on it. So, my question is, do we have any kind of loan, and should it be with a high interest rate like I had in this series? What do you think about that for the next series? Alright, that's what I want you to talk about in the comments section. Let's hear your views and opinions on that. Now, I'm going to bring this one on round here. I did say that I was going to be loading it up. I just wanted to get one load done. So we've taken a load out from the pigs. And now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to start loading right there. I forgot to have a look at how much I just got paid for that. There, harvest income, that would be 1,700. We're really not getting very much money from this. You right there. I need to just unhitch that one. And I need to go and get this trailer. We're still on the 1 speed, and this is because I want to sell those eggs. The wool is going to sit there. We're not selling wool this morning, but the eggs, at 2,700, I think that's a reasonable price. So we're going to grab those, and we're going to auto-load them with our trailer right here. So I set the auto-load going, and I will auto-load these, because I don't want the eggs spawning here once I'm away with the auto-loading. So I will do that, and I will load them here onto the trailer. And then, hopefully, we can get round this corner without getting hung up on anything. Yes, we can. Excellent. And we'll bring these eggs in round this way. So we're on $81,000 already. Just from what we've sold so far today. And then I will come in on here with this and sell all of those eggs at 2,700 per 1,000 litres. And there's another $72,000 in harvest income. So I'm up to 153,000. So I can go and have my remaining loan already. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until we've got our remaining money for... Actually, we'll probably have a lot of that by tomorrow morning. Right, I'm going to bring you to there like that, and I'm going to load those on there. And then I'm going to do that with the grid so that I can auto-load onto the floor down here. No, I'm not giving you an option in the next series to have no auto-loaders and to manually load all trailers and stuff like that. That's not happening. I'm not doing it. I absolutely refuse. I use auto-loads. And I will continue to use auto-load. I love auto-load. Auto-load is fantastic. It removes out the really dull stuff that I don't want to actually do. Right, I will stop there, and we will now go to 5 times speed. And we will keep it ticking at 5 times speed. So where is the manure price? That is at 55 at the moment. Not ready to do that yet. I am ready to take you on round. So I've got this full load. I've got one more full load that I can pull from the cattle. And then that's going to be it for the full loads of slurry. But that's like, I've got one from the pigs, 2 from the cattle. And at 1,700 per load... that is going to be getting us just over 5 grand for slurry. I mean, that's not a huge amount. We get that for 5 sheep. So it's not like a massive amount. It's not life-changing or anything. But it's still more money. It's still more money coming in. Let's go to you. Unhitch that one. And I will go and get the food trailer over here for the cows. We hitch that one in, we'll run that one up round, and we will feed the cows up there. And then I'm also going to... not going to worry about straw today. I don't think we'll bother with that. I mean, let's just have a look. Straw, yeah, we're not going to worry about straw today. Pigs is up to 145, so we're doing well with them. And cattle over here, straw is almost full, so again, we're not going to worry about the straw. So what I'll do is I'll bring this one back on, and I'll get another trailer load of this going up round to the cattle. We need to do probably 2 trailer loads per day in order to just replace the food that the cattle are eating. And then we just got to like add little bits more to it than that in order to stay on top of everything that the cattle are consuming. But what I want to do is I want to bring this one up here, and I'm going to go past most of this, and then I'll go and get the loader in a second. See, I'll bring that one all the way over to there. I'm going to stop it there like that. And then I'm going to start that one unloading, and then I'm going to go to this. Actually, I'm not going to go to the loader just yet. I want to go to you. And we're going to drive you round now. I'm going to go and get the next load of slurry from the cattle. So I'll bring you in around this way like this. Take you up here. The wool will probably be ready to sell tomorrow, I reckon. We'll have a nice lot of wool there in the sheep pen. And I'm also hoping the price will have come up a little bit by then, because at the moment the price for wool is... I know it was low. It's still on 55, though. I mean, we're only on 5 times. 957. Oh, no, sorry. 847 is still dropping. So by tomorrow, later today, it should reach its bottom point, which means that then it should start coming up. So by tomorrow morning, we should be in a position where we're ready to start selling wool, I'm hoping. 41,000 in there, so that'll be 11,000 left over after we've done this. You're staying there for a minute. You over here, I've got a bale spike on at the moment. What are the sheep looking like for food? Let's go and have a look at those. Oh, I'm looking right at them. I'll take a bale. I'm just going to grab 1 bale here for the sheep as I'm going past their pen. I don't want to overload the pen with food because I'm about to go and tidy them up. So I've got to be able to put in... That bale is going to fall out through... No, it's not. I thought the spike was sort of going to work its way through, but it's not going to. No, we can bring you in around over this way. Put you down there like that, and unload that one. Now I can go and get the bucket, I think. We'll have the bucket. I was thinking that maybe the, not the bucket, the other one, you know, the manure fork, and using that one, but no, we will use the bucket on this. So I'll bring the bale spike over around that side there and put that down there like that. Unhitch that one. And then we swing round over this side and we take the bucket. And I will go and do the cattle first and put that bit of silage that is there into the back of that trailer. And then that can be tipped down here. It's hay that we're short of in the mixed feeder, but at the moment I don't need it. The way that the crop is looking at the moment, we're on... What growth stage are we on? Oh, look at that. I think we're on the final growth stage. I think we are. I think that's the final growth stage. So we're not far off of the crop being ready. So we may... I mean, I don't think it's going to be ready to harvest today. I think we're going to have to wait until tomorrow for harvesting anything. So... we're going to be, tomorrow, starting our harvest. After we've done our animals, we will go through. We'll do the animals first. We will sell the milk. We'll possibly be selling the wool. We will clean up the animals. Won't necessarily put any food or anything in for them. And then we will start work on the harvest for however long that takes. Once these, I mean, these cows now, they're full. Right? The food is just about full. And they're just about full with cows anyway. And they're putting out a lot of food. Right? We get a good 3 bucketfuls every day, every time I come along here and I do this job. Let's jump down here again. This is what I don't like, is the way that the bucket goes so far down and then lifts the wheels right off the ground. But it doesn't sort of give you any indication, or any early indication of exactly where that's happening. So it makes it quite difficult to judge some days. Bring you up there, like that. Tip that one out. And one more load here. There. Right. There is that one done. We've tidied up the cows, and they've gone and got a little bit more already. I'm going to leave that bit. No, I'm not. I'm going to pick it up. It's right there, so I'm going to grab it. They've gone and chucked that out right at the very last second there. Just to be difficult and inconvenient for us. So we're going to go and we're going to put that into there like that. Then I'm going to go on round and I'm going to clean. Right, we got all the rest of these to clean up. We got the chickens that we need to clean, and we've got to go back over to the pigs. We've got to clean them, and then we've got the let's clean up these chickens. That didn't quite clean up everything that they've got on the floor. There we go. We've cleaned everything up now. 365 litres of wheat right there for the chickens. Those are cleaned up now. And if we have a look in here, we've got... Cleanliness is down. I've still got enough space in there. See, the space in here for the chickens, they're doing really well. We don't need to worry about them at all. Pigs, we've got plenty of space in there for other food. And the cattle, everything's looking grand and tickety-boo in there with the cattle. So let's do the sheep. And then we can clean the pigs. And that's going to be all we got time for today. We will have to come back and we will have to carry this on in tomorrow's episode. We haven't got a lot left to do for today's tasks. All we want to be doing really is keeping a half an eye on the manure price for knowing when we want to sell the rest of the manure that we've got. We've got the slurry that we're selling. It's just the manure. That's the only bit that's left. So just put that into there. There. The sheep are now clean. And I can go up to the pigs and I can do the same up here. And again, as we get more pigs, as the numbers go up, so does the amount of food that they waste in front of the pen. But the good thing about this is that when you put the whole pig food in, you do get a little bit of potatoes and sugar beet going back in, which does last them a little while. So that will boost them up to like the full 100%. But no, I've got absolutely no intention of buying in or doing potatoes at all in this series. Alright, we're not doing potatoes, we're not doing sugar beet, we're not doing any root crops. I don't want to do that. It's just too much hassle. It's too much hard work. I don't want to get involved with it. Absolutely not. Right, let's stop that one there. And we'll have a look in here. We have 121 litres of potatoes / sugar beet. That'll last us for an hour, maybe. Might even be 2 or 3 hours. And the rest of it's looking good in here with our 100. We're almost on halfway for our pigs. Almost on halfway, which is pretty good. And then chickens were alright. Sheep, sorry, we're fine. And cows here at 189. They're doing fantastically as well. Overall, I am very pleased with how everything is progressing in series. We've got... Yeah, I can ignore all of that. You're up to 56. We'll wait until tomorrow before we deal with you. Right, this one here... Actually, he can just stop right there, because we'll be using him later, but we don't want to use him right now. Don't want to use that one. The only tractor that I want to be using... Actually, we'll start driving this one. I'm not going to sell this. It's time to go. So if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.